Hello, everyone. Uh, okay, here we go again. Let the madness ensue. I'm gonna try freeing her this time. Yeah, let's try freeing her and see what happens.
You're on a path in the woods,
Yes,
and at the end of
that I am.
that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Should I do this again? Is it? Can I just? Maybe I could just leave. Not sure if things are gonna be different if I do any one of these again.
Unfortunately, you're...
Yeah, I know what these are.
Yes.
I get the sweet reward.
It's a secret.
Of course it is.
While I have nevertheless, because it's not let...
I don't think there's. Yeah, let's keep going.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not... Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's...
Let's keep going. What evil will I unleash upon the world
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely...
if I just free her?
The air is... The blade is your implement.
Yes. I'll take the blade.
You take...
It's difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Sounds good.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Hello.
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you.
Hi.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
No, I haven't said yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just...
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Let's drop the blade.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need...
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Are you coming under me? How would I get you out of here? Because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're gonna end the world. What do you have to say about that?
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
Deflect. What are you gonna do if I let you out of here?
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know.
Yeah,
She
she's been too
knows
long.
what she.
I don't think I can
I
answer that
remember that.
question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
I don't think I got this line last time.
But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each
Oh,
other.
that's fair.
By definition, we have a relationship.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
I can either like cut off her arm?
She is. I'm sure of it.
Oh, sweet lord.
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter
Oh,
how
she's way
hard
more.
you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
She's way colder this time. Because I brought the blade.
Too long.
Yeah.
Oh, have you decided what.
You know why.
Let's try and get her on. Let's see.
Have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give they're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Can I pick the lock with the dagger?
The princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
The key is still laying around somewhere up there, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. Or I could cut her. I could like cutting her arm off is is always a decision. I don't know what to choose honestly. Let's go back upstairs.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top
Oh.
of the stairs slashes shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh no.
Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess and you won't leave until the task is done.
God damn it, narrator.
Your shouts and pleas, I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to...
Yeah, okay.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Am I gonna fight the narrator now?
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out.
Oh no.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess or slay the princess?
Against
Ah,
your judgment,
fuck.
you place the blade against the
Jesus
princess's arm,
Christ.
just above the massive, unyielding
I-
chain.
I could have tried like leverage the thing out of the wall with a knife or something. Is that like the first solution I would come up with? Jesus.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp.
Ah, fuck, you know.
Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her binding,
Christ.
the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world.
I'm the bad guy now.
I just can't let her escape.
Yeah, okay, I'm actually fighting the narrator.
As the princess approaches
What the fuck?
bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Oh, he's controlling me.
You can't just do watch me.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay. Wait, I saw something. Warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid
Uh-oh.
hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Oh, there we go.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains
Yeah,
unchanged
I
as
expected
she
this.
watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Yeah, let's see chapter 2 now. This could be interesting.
You're on a path in the
Woods.
woods, and at the end of that path, you're
Yep.
here to slay her.
I'm familiar. Okay, now.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Wait, who's the other voice now? Voice of the skeptic. Oh, okay.
You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
So I got the skeptic with me.
As far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions. Let's say for a moment.
Yeah,
you're back here.
I know.
You
I've seen this
really
before.
don't remember what happened last time, do you?
Oh,
You
it is
practically
different.
forced the princess to
Okay.
kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusion. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all. Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? What a convenient princess left the cabin and never saw another soul. Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are. You're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts.
So here's the question, like, does the narrator only have the power to control us, or can he control everyone, including the princess? Because I
Just
don't
be
know.
quick about it.
He seems a bit sus. The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her, and all she did was slit my throat. How is she supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that,
Just trust me, bro.
despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right? What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally anything. Fine. Check your pockets.
Pockets.
You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope
The evidence.
with the words, "The evidence," written across the front.
What's up with my hands? Like, it's always like this beast hands look like I'm almost like a lizard. Oh my god, I'm a fucking dragon. Is that what I'm supposed to be? Like the dragon and the princess thing, like the eternal fairy tale. Uh, the evidence.
Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end
That
the
is a
world
shitty
if you
handwriting.
don't stop her. This is an immutable truth."
Okay.
That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting? I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side. You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to? Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk. I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
Locked her in that basement. What is this place?
People locked her in that basement,
People.
and I told you
You
what this
people.
place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
If people locked her away, then why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me? You're being cagey. Why didn't you
Told
tell
you
me?
everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us.
It seems to be the same as last time.
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but of
Yeah, the
course
prophecy.
you're spec-
Okay.
Yes. Right. Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin. Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
I like to think this is just
Before you go any further,
a story from the Magnus Archives. Jonathan Sims narrating.
she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do.
Yep.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say
Wink.
out loud? No, I didn't.
Wink.
Wink. Just ignore this clown and
Okay, how's it gonna be different now, I wonder?
The interior of
Oh
the cabin
shit,
is
okay.
less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon.
Yeah,
A few
it's
pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
oh, this is a straight up dungeon.
He definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should. There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I think you know what we have to do. Let's not get caught up in vanity, but we should definitely take a closer look. What is this, some sort of rehearsed bit? Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do? Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely. Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died,
I
and
mean,
you
he probably.
certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
I'm guessing he's telling the truth when he says he doesn't know about the mirror, because it apparently it's related or it's owned by that being from the endings.
So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
Wait a second. How do I activate like auto advance stuff? So the game menu skips dialogue. Well, toggles dialogue skipping. No, seriously, how do I? Wait a second. Quick menu. Let's activate the quick menu again. Auto. Here we go. Oh, okay. First the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Oh, there we go. Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward
There is no
and
mirror.
rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Okay, let's. I'm not going in without the blade again.
You take the blade
That
from
was
the table.
that was a mistake I did
Difficult
once.
to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Wonder how she looks like now.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Oh, she looks more like a
She
princess
looks
now.
like you. The heavy
Oh,
gold
she's
around her
really
neck clanking
locked
loudly
up
as she
now.
moves.
What the fuck?
The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
That would be for me, I assume.
That was there last time too, wasn't it? It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just gonna leave her here, leave the princess in the basement. Holy shit. No, let's sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit closer. Sit where you're,
Do as she
where
asks,
you're
and
told,
sit on the
yes.
floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
What are your intentions with my daughter? My intentions? What do you mean?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
I like how even though she's not locked up, it seems to be that she's in control.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers this?
Oh? Are we acknowledging that? I thought we
Oh.
weren't going to give away the game.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I remember.
I don't.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Thank you.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles. I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Fine, but you won't get
I
another word
shan't.
from me on the matter. Yeah, sure. We'll see about that. Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
Interesting.
And now you're back.
Where'd you get a crown on your head?
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
That other chin on the wall, who's it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Now I'm tempted to do it. Inspect the shackle. How am I supposed to cut you out if you didn't notice your head is in a shackle too?
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me.
You trusted me before.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that. She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't. Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no... So,
Oops.
What should we do?
Fuck, I missed a part of that. What was it? There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Can't trust anyone. You realize that I have as much reason to distrust you as you have to distrust me, right?
I do. So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first. And it's not going to be me. I'm extremely patient.
I know that.
It's probably better if we take action anyway. No use trying to wait her out. That's playing to her strengths.
I'm not giving you a weapon, I'm not giving you a weapon. You killed me with it last time.
But sure, let's talk about what happened. Because what happened is exactly my issue. The last time we met, your body tried to kill me.
Yeah, I couldn't control myself.
If you take a moment to imagine yourself in my position, I think you'll understand why letting you near me with that thing is untenable.
Mr. Narrator felt he had to assume direct control. I don't like that.
So, be a good bird and hand it over. And if being nice isn't enough motivation, well, I think you're aware that I'm not afraid to resort to violence. If you come near me with that thing, I will strangle you with these chains.
Oh no.
She doesn't beat around the bush, does she? Yes, it's almost like she's a fundamentally bad person who wishes to inflict pain on others. Or it's another bluff.
No hard feelings, of course, but you should be aware of my position.
Inspect the shackle. If you don't give up now, then I have no choice but to slay you. You're the one in chains. If anyone should be to negotiating here, it's you, not me. Yeah, that's... If I'm even gonna be the one with the weapon, deal with it. If that's how you're gonna be, then I guess I have to do this, slay the princess. I think I'm just gonna leave you here, actually. You're not much of a threat when I'm locked up like that. Bye! Uh, let's inspect those
I
shackles.
wouldn't do that if I were you. And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is? And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it? I don't know. Maybe
She
it
might.
will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate. But what if he's telling the truth? He isn't. I am.
Let's...
Good. Forget you ever saw it.
Yeah.
Nice try, but I won't. Specifically because
This time
you
at least.
told me to.
I'm keeping it in mind for that next time, I guess. Whichever it is.
Usually you'd be right.
Oh, look at that
This
face. I
isn't
don't like that
exactly
face.
a usual situation. I'm not someone you can wait out. We've already been over this. I'm more patient than you'll ever be.
Cut her out on your own, slay the princess. Leave her. Leave her. If you're so immovable, then I'm just gonna leave you here. Bye. Okay, let's give her the knife. This is gonna be a bad idea, but let's give her the
Slide it
knife.
over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting
Oh,
you
okay, he's taking control again. God damn it.
to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
God damn it, narrator.
You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you? Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right? Or he tried to take away
I'm
your
good
bow.
grumbling. What was that?
Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you? A little. I think you got your point across. Fine.
Oh, here we go again.
You slide the blade across the floor.
He gave up. He gave in.
Princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair,
Oh,
smiling
Jesus
at you
Christ. Oh, fuck, you
as
know.
she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing? She doesn't say another word.
Oh,
She
God.
cuts into her own neck. No!
Oh,
Stare
fuck.
forward, unblinking, her smile unwavering as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that? Huh. So that's her play. Killing herself?
This is
She isn't
fucked up.
dead yet. Finally,
Uh, uh,
her eye
fuck.
twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists
Jesus
slowly to the
Christ.
side, flopping to her shoulder
Fuck.
and her neck.
What the fuck is this?
The remaining tissue
Oh,
seems enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It
look at that fuck.
stretches and tears
I
until
don't like this.
finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
I don't think we can put it back, hero.
The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
I win.
Are you sure she's not winking at us? Obviously
Did I
not.
win?
She is thoroughly deceased. I hate this. Can we just get out of here now?
Yeah, this is fucked up.
Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward. We should take her with us, don't you think?
No. God, no.
No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that? I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of
Uh-huh.
our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world, right? You don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave. Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them. I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading into things, the danger has passed. You can relax. I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down. I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so can we leave already?
Yeah, let's just fucking go. Holy
Fine.
shit.
If we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it. With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here.
Oh boy, is it now?
The windows. Do you see that? We used to be
Oh,
able to see
there's
the
no more
outside world
stars.
from
Yeah.
up here,
Oh, here we
but
go
now it's
again.
just
Yep, it's happening.
empty. The door. Check the door. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. You don't have to act surprised. see this vast emptiness through the windows. But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward? This is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it. Okay. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Like hell it is.
That's bullshit, Larsa. Wait, I missed some stuff, I think. Shit. It's your word, an eternity of bliss if you'll have it, and I suggest that you have it. Oh, the narrator fucked us, huh? Which finds nothing at all. Where a lush forest mere minutes ago is not the only thing in front of you. Now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. Oh, this is fucked up. Yeah, I want a better ending.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No, this is the beginning of eternity. Your reward, like I just told you. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy. Oh no. What do you suggest then? Slay yourself. Oh god.
We still have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over. He's suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
Did you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're
But
happy.
we're not happy. He's just telling us that we are. I can tell you for a fact that I'm extremely unhappy right now. Yeah, what he said.
I'm gonna to accept my reward now. Okay, so I can either choose to accept or to kill myself. That's. I mean, this isn't that bad, right? I would say.
That's great.
Hey,
Congratulations. You've earned it.
what is that noise?
More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is. Not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
Happy, happy, happy. Happy,
He's
happy, happy,
just
happy.
saying things. The voice's protestations fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence.
Nice.
Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
I win? I win! Good job. Good ending. You did it.
Stop that.
I did it.
Stop
I
all
win.
this nonsense. You
Good
really
ending.
don't want to be happy, do you? You know what you have to do.
I won. Good ending. It said good ending. I got the good ending. It's fine. I won. Is there really no other way? Because I don't want to use the blade on myself.
If it makes it easier for you, I can do it. Let me have it.
I like being happy. Are you really gonna take it away from me?
That wasn't real happiness. The truth is still out there for us to find, but we can't find it here.
Give the blade to the voice of the skeptic, or slay yourself, or sorry, we're not doing that. I actually have a choice to not do this.
Don't apologize. I'm sorry. Wait, why are you sorry? Your body lurches
Oh no.
as your heart
Oh
suddenly
no.
stops beating. Are you killing us? You'll forgive me eventually.
Okay, so what the fuck? Like, actually killing the princess is the definitive worst thing you can do.
Goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really lose? Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want? I don't have to answer that. That's all we needed to hear.
Oh,
Turns out that it doesn't take too long to die after your heart stops beating.
I guess I'm dead.
You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark,
And
and
you
you
die.
die. You're a
Yeah.
genocidal maniac, you know that, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see about that.
Chapter 3. The Grey.
You're on a path
Oh.
in the woods. See, that wasn't so bad. And now we've got another chance to get to the bottom of
Wait, did it
things.
skip by itself?
Bit by bit, we're
Because I
starting.
didn't skip it. You wanna put the oh, okay. It got cut off. And we got another chance to get to the bottom of things, bit by bit we're starting to unravel this
There
place.
are so many more threads to pull once you stop feeling.
Oh, so the cold is here now.
That's a little dark, buddy. You feeling okay? I'm feeling nothing. And I like that just fine.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. Sentimentality won't help us here. We need scientific rigor. So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? 2? It's our third. What gave it away?
It's way more than that.
Your open discussions. The last time we were here, you were in full-blown denial about the possibility of us restarting. What changed? Have you just been pretending to forget? I'm afraid not. Whatever other versions of me you've met in those other lifetimes were just that. Other versions of me. I just wish I'd been the first. So you knew how all this worked. Why didn't you ever tell us? We could have used it to our advantage. That's because there is no using it to your advantage. The more information you have, the harder it will be for you to succeed. You say that, but we didn't have to do anything last time. She slew herself. It was nauseating. Yes, she cut off her head, and now she's dead. And I doubt she'll be able to do much of anything from the grave. She cut off her head? Her head? Without you doing anything? Yes. Then why, pray tell, are you here? Oh, I know that one. The gruff one stopped our heart and we died. Why? Because you thought trying to stuff us away in a corner for eternity was a suitable reward. Was it not? What better reward is there than eternal bliss? You should have been happy. We weren't. We were bored. You were bored. I was just unhappy. There were still answers that we needed to find. It was actually working. And you killed yourself. I can't believe it. You ruined everything.
You kind of forced
Does
us.
us dying ruin everything? What aren't you telling us? It just does. And I'm not telling you lots of things, but it's for your own good. It's for the good of everyone. It seems to me like keeping secrets didn't help you last time, so you should start talking. Fine, the world doesn't stay saved if you die. And if the world isn't saved, then that means she is dead. Oh, now isn't that interesting? I assumed she'd just be a pile of old bones. But perhaps she's not. There's only one way to find out. We should go see her. Let's try something different this time. We've already seen what happens when we slay her, and I'm not convinced that's a way out for us. I'm not even convinced there is a world to
I
save.
never wanted to slay her. It's raining. It wasn't raining last time. Or the time before that. The whole path is different. Yeah, there's no more woods.
Yes.
This is no
Things are
forest.
different, aren't they? If this isn't the same path in the woods you're used to, that means that her influence is already spreading and you're running out of time.
I don't think she's so bad. I can fix her.
Influence? What's that supposed to mean? It means exactly what I said. Don't overthink it, or you run the risk of making your task so much more difficult than it has to be. And what is that supposed to mean? Forget I said anything. I've probably already made things worse, and I need to stop talking about this now before I definitely make things worse. Come on, tell us your secrets. Haven't we been through enough? Don't we deserve to know? No. doesn't matter. If a bit of rain is the best her influence can conjure, then we have nothing to worry about. A drenched corpse is still a corpse.
What happens if we don't go to the cabin?
She'll find a way out eventually and the world will still end. The only way this resolves is if you find her and slay her before that happens. We already know he wants us to slay her. Anything he says is tainted by his motivations. Turn around and leave, go to the cabin. I'm fine with either. So long as we don't just do the same thing again. That would be boring.
I'll have you know that I didn't want to kill myself last time, yeah.
That's great to hear, but it doesn't matter because you still
Just didn't really have a choice.
No hard feelings, right? Of course not. No feelings at all. Speak for yourself. What? You wanted us to stay in the happiness void forever? I doubt that.
Whatever happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. We might as well see this through. Let's keep going then.
I'm sure you've already heard
There's the
my
cabin.
words of warning in one of your past lives. You've
Yeah,
already
yeah, yeah.
managed to slay her once, just don't muck it up this time, alright? What we do is entirely up to us.
Just don't fucking kill me again.
And we have all those mysteries to unravel. Isn't that right? You aren't here to solve a mystery. You're here to save the world. That's what you say. But how can we be sure? We can't be sure of anything except what's right in front of us. Okay, but we should care about the fate of the world.
Theoretically.
Why? because we should. I don't know. It's important. Is it? Yes. I think. Don't let them make you second guess yourself. The fate of the world is the most important thing there is. For all we know, the world you're talking about isn't even real. Of course it's real. Where do you think you are? Somewhere else? Maybe we are. This is horribly unproductive. The cabin and your extremely important destiny await.
Proceed into the cabin.
As soon as you enter the cabin, you're struck by an overwhelming scent of decay, of mold and death and stagnant water. The once stately wooden building is bloated, its beams dripping with a black ooze of putrefaction, all but the exterior stone walls warped beyond recognition. It must have been beautiful once.
What the fuck is this?
But in its ruin, it is beyond repulsive. But you're not alone. You can feel something.
What is that?
There is a figure, faintly outlined against the rotting wood of the wall.
Yeah, and there's no door anymore, there's just a mirror.
Her?
Oh, is her
It's like
ghost?
She wasn't even there. See? We killed her. You're right. Maybe she doesn't reset like us. She certainly doesn't look the same as she did last time. Before you can make
she's
a
gone.
move, the figure is gone, vanishing behind the door on the far side of the room. The door at the end of the room, but there isn't a door. It's just that damn mirror again. Yes, the mirror that he can't see.
Quote unquote.
The mirror? Is this some kind of joke? Did you all plan this out before dying? There is no mirror. There's the door to the basement, the table, and the pristine blade.
There is no door, Mr. Narrator.
That's strange. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Maybe it's gone because she already killed herself with it. But we had it with us when we died. And besides, everything else has reset. Why wouldn't the blade have reset too? Maybe it's because we've already explored that avenue. We've seen what happens when we slay her. Maybe this place has decided we don't need to try that again. I suppose it doesn't matter why the blade is gone, but you're going to have to find it if you're going to do this right. So why don't you march over to that door and make your way down to the basement?
There's no fucking basement though. And there is no door.
If this is anything like last time, the mirror will disappear as soon as we try and touch it.
Oh, maybe.
I'm sure the door
Yeah.
is just behind it. You're clearly hallucinating, but I'd rather not get into it door to the basement is on the far side of the room, whether you can see it or not.
I shall be right back in a second. Oh shit. And I'm back. I just got myself something to drink, but I'm having some issues with the cables. Okay, it's fine. Right. So, mirror, door. No door, yes mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it.
Okay, wonder how I
You
look
must
this time.
think you're looking at that mirror you mentioned earlier, the one that doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open the door. It's still so hazy. We should try and clean it off. Yes.
Yeah.
Trying to touch it does seem to be the magic spell to get it out of our way. Maybe it won't disappear this time and we'll finally get a good look at ourselves. We should explore every option.
Oh, I thought that's my hand. That was weird. Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and place your hand
I
on the
haven't
door to the
changed as
basement.
much. That
The
much.
handle is just a little to your right, and a little down. Yeah, we can see it now. So much for our reflection. We didn't need to see ourselves anyway. I'm much more interested in seeing other things. No way left to go but down.
Yeah, let's go.
The door to the basement groans.
Let us
open.
proceed.
The air is foul and wet, so thick that you can almost feel it settle onto your skin in layers of grime. The stairs are coated with slimy algae, the wood rotted through in places, reeking of fetid vegetation.
Oh, there she is.
A wispy figure watches you from the bottom of the stairs,
Hello?
face veiled in shadows, legs submerged up to her shins in dark waters. There she is again. Barely. She's just an old memory. Your eyes lock for a brief moment, then she
Oh, this
vanishes
is a
around the
damp
corner.
fucking cellar. Look at that. Sorry about last time. Are we good? Is anyone there?
You receive no response. Do you think she's upset with us?
And we
Don't
just
like
gave her
being
the
here
blade.
unarmed
She
after what
she
happened
did
last time. I feel so
she did
exposed.
she
She
did
doesn't
everything.
seem fully there.
I didn't touch
I'm
her.
not sure she's even capable of being upset. You aren't helping. Are you scared of a little ghost? What's she going to do? Look at us until we feel bad? She can look all she wants. It won't do anything.
Proceed down the stairs.
As you descend the final step,
Oh, what
the
is that?
form of the princess comes into view. A bloated
Does it?
body floating face down
Oh.
in slowly rising waters. Her wrist still bound to the wall by a heavy chain. This cell is a dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom. See? She's dead. She's not just dead.
Oh, she's gonna get up.
Looks like she's been rotting. So killing her does stick. Mostly. But if she's dead, then what are we supposed to do? She isn't dead. You clearly just believe she is. Her corpse is floating right in front of us. You can stop it with the mind games. If she's dead, then do we even have to do anything? How can she be a threat to the world like this? Thoughts are cut short by the sound of a slamming door and a clicking lock.
Oh, okay, I'm being locked in again, huh?
You turn to see the
Oh, what
shape
the
of
fuck?
princess staring down at you from the top of the stairs. So she is
Oops.
dead.
Shit, I skipped one. So that's where the blade is. It's already in her heart, and yet she isn't dead. Oh yeah, there it is. She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost
For
before?
the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead? She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you, and she clearly has a weapon. Your pristine blade sticking out of her chest. This is extremely bad. Catastrophic, even. Yeah, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her? Slaying, or destroying, if we want to be a little more death neutral, seems off the table. Yeah, this is tricky. But let's talk to her. See what kind of information she has that we don't. But she hasn't said anything. Are you sure she can talk like this?
Bold of you to come back
Oh,
here after what you did.
there she goes. I didn't do anything.
You were supposed to take me with you. Didn't need to ask you for help.
Oh,
This isn't help.
shit. Whoops. Why'd you close the door?
But she doesn't answer your question. All she does is watch you in shadowed silence. Do you hear that trickling sound?
Oh yeah,
The water's rising, isn't it?
I noticed that.
It is, and it's rising fast. Oh, that's interesting. We've never drowned before. I wonder how it'll feel. Bad, I bet. I don't think dying ever feels good. Yes, how astute. Dying is bad and you should avoid it. How
Thanks,
about you
bye.
stop trying to
Okay.
talk to her and do something instead?
I didn't even kill you. You killed yourself. What?
The water is rising faster now. It's flowing in from some unseen place, and judging by the height of the algae on the stairs, it has no intention of stopping anytime soon. You feel it creeping up your back, so cold that it steals the very warmth from your flesh, leaving a smothering numbness in its place. Are you really just going to stand there and let yourself die? Yeah, let's think. Where is it coming from? It's coming from some unseen place.
Can I just pull the plug out from the ground like in that one Courage,
Does
the
it
Cowardly
really
Dog
matter where it's
episode?
coming from? Because I can feel it rising. I don't think we have much time to sleuth. Yes, it matters. Maybe we can find a way out. Maybe we can figure out a way to make this work. This is just a puzzle. We can solve it.
I don't think I'm getting
Some
out of here.
things aren't puzzles to be solved. Sometimes you're doomed from the start. Most people are. Yes, most people are doomed. But in case you need reminding, everyone will be doomed forever unless you stop her.
Please, I'm begging you, I'll do anything. Just don't let me drown. This is about last time. I'm sorry. Now, can you let me out? Rush for the blade or rush to the door? I don't think any of these are gonna help. So I'm just gonna
The
rush
princess
for the
eyes
blade.
you
But
with a disaffected gaze as you rush up the stairs.
what could I possibly do
But
with
you
it?
don't make it past the first few steps.
Before what? What do you mean I don't make it past it? What is happening?
The door bursts
Oh
open, a
shit!
powerful wave of water crashing down towards you. You're swept up in the flood. Your head slams into the basement wall. You come to a moment later, suspended in
Where am
darkness.
I?
Disorientated, only aware of the surface of the water and the emptiness above. And of course, the princess, hovering above you, watching in silence as you struggle to stay afloat in the icy depths. There's no way out. It's so dark and cold, I think our limbs are slowing down. How much longer can we do this? Just keep breathing, we'll figure this out. Or we won't. It doesn't matter either way. But you don't have time to figure anything out. Something cold and clammy wraps around your ankle.
Oh no.
You're dragged under, only able to take one last hopeful gulp of air before your head is plunged into the freezing depths. As you sink below the surface, you see it. Or rather,
The fuck?
you see her.
Oh
The
Jesus
body you found
Christ!
floating when you first arrived, its hand is locked around your ankle, the heavy chains pulling you both down into the unfeeling, suffocating
Holy fuck!
darkness.
I can't be the princess though, cause it still got its head attached.
Just get it away from us, please. The past is the past. There's no changing it.
It's like a
There's nothing to
bloatling from Witcher.
And there's not a lot we can do about the present either. Not unless we think like we should have been doing all along. But there is no thinking as you drown. You desperately try to pull yourself back to the surface again, and again, and again. Your icy limbs flailing desperately against the grip of her rotting corpse. And all the while her ghastly figure stares down at you, expressionless, as unfeeling as the weight around your membrane.
Your lungs filled with water, the same way mine filled with
Thrown
blood.
in the hands of a
In
faded
the
spirit.
end, we're not so different.
Is some dead? Oh, there we go. I'm here again. But your lungs don't feel, nor will they ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but not for me. It's gonna be okay. Just trust me, bro. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Well, technically it is.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Voice of the scared. It's not the end. Whatever's on the other end, on the other side, is gonna be nice. It's the end for you, but not for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. No, that can't be right. There has to be something more.
Approach the mirror. In we go again. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The decay. You're withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. There she is. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in new directions that
Fuck.
my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
You heard nothing.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
It can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. How can you stand to be a contradiction? Doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Don't, but if anything makes me like you more, I don't know what that says about me. Not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion one way or the other in the matter. You're torturing me and I hate it. I think I hate you. No, I don't. I definitely appreciate her more friendly nature, I guess.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion. And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
What do you think of that vessel? Of this vessel?
This one is guarded sorrow. She saw herself as alone. but in the end had the courage to share with another. She will make for a deep heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally been heard.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm gonna kill you, right? Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Have you figured out what you want when you finish?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
It's nice of her. I find it interesting how there's always the possibility to attack her or destroy my body, which I assume is different than being ready to go back. I already did this, and let's try again.
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. What if I just... What if I just turn around and leave?
You're on a path.
Yeah,
You're
yeah, yeah.
here to
Yep,
slay.
yep.
Does it? Are you a monarchist?
Can someone else do this? Okay, let's just around and leave. Let's just fucking go.
Seriously? You're
Yeah.
just going to turn around and leave?
Yep.
Do you even know where you're going?
Uh-huh. Away from here. I definitely know where I'm going. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now. I actually do.
There won't be a new dawn if the world ends. There'll just be nothing forever.
Bye.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange.
Oh,
It looks like this path
son of a
also
bitch.
leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again.
No.
The world can still be...
I'm not going. I ain't going in.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time,
Yep.
aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the
I
situation.
don't care.
If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
I don't care. I'm not killing a princess. Good, maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this.
When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess.
It's not my responsibility,
And
though.
last I checked, you're part of everyone too. So if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well.
Nah.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that?
Son
You're
of a
like
bitch.
Now, I'm right, the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
This is not gonna happen. There's no fighting this, is there? I have to go in the cabin, don't I? Oh yeah, well I guess I start working in a different direction again. In fact, I'm gonna just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this
There's
place.
always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived.
I don't give a shit.
For everyone who ever will. And here we go.
Oh.
As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you
Oh
focus
no.
on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
It's cabins all the way down.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? You're too stubborn for that, aren't you?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just
My
going
stubbornness
to do
knows
whatever
no
you can to
end.
shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me
Oh
than
yeah.
the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Nice. I win.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that
Oh,
path,
I'm being
is
like
a
fenced
cabin,
in now.
and you're here to slay her.
Down to the end of the world. Yeah.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, if he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
The contrarian is here now.
The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day
Yeah.
forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going
I'm still not going to the
that
cabin.
attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
The walls weren't here last time. You can just force me to go to the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
What's that supposed to mean? Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now, where I'm definitely gonna slay that princess. Lie. Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin, so I proceed to the cabin. If I can't run away from the cabin, then I'm just staying here in the woods forever. Stay in the woods forever. Okay, so I could go either of these. I'm tempted to just stay in the woods forever. How
You
is it?
have already
Oh,
committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
hello. What was that supposed to mean? Okay.
You know I can tell when you're lying,
Oh,
right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
was it because of the word lie between parentheses?
A warning before you go any further. She will lie. She will
I
cheat.
know.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Oh, look at that wall. It's like Attack on Titan shit.
The cabin interior is
Whoa,
wrong.
what the fuck?
A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across
Yeah.
what's almost the same space. It's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place
That doesn't
to
look
make
good.
any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths,
And the mirror.
its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll We'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No,
That's
we're
fair.
taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that, not when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, you've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
I don't think I can.
Now, even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
We should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
Why would you lie about that?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? You waste time preening yourself instead of...
I'm gonna look at the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door.
Again.
It's a wall. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub it. It was there a second ago. Now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again. Then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
No, we'll definitely find it again. I'm guessing that's like her way of watching us. Let's take the blade.
Take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess.
The princess is gonna be like a fucking abomination, isn't she?
Okay, fine. You took the knife.
She won't look nice.
Like then how are we supposed to hold the other way? Thumb at the bottom. Look much cooler.
Oh no. No, don't do the edgy thief
It really
stance.
doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Hold the blade. Yeah, let's do the edgy thief
Switch
stance.
your
I
grip on
guess.
the blade.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Yes.
Sweet.
This
Yeah.
is so much better.
Oh yeah.
Okay, fine.
So
You're right.
edgy.
This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal.
Throw the blade out the window. That's not.
The door to the basement
Holy
creaks
shit.
open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Kill.
No, no, thank you.
Objective. Kill.
Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
We're definitely
But
gonna
we
die.
already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Take the harsh stairs to the left, take the center staircase, or take the soft stairs to the right. Let's take the soft stairs.
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet. The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next. You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern you might slip or tumble or lose your way. But the further you go, the deeper you sink in. First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all. But soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight. The softness
That's
seems
weird.
to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss.
I think I will feel really comfy though.
The cruelties of choice and consequence. It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness.
Yeah,
The very struggle to continue forward consuming
I would.
every thought. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
What is going on?
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you okay?
Oh, hello.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
She seems creepily normal. I did not realize I was here.
That's okay. Sometimes I forget where I am too.
The shadows
Oh.
recede, revealing the princess's face. She's so warm and friendly. It's deception. Don't buy into it.
I'm tired of waiting
Oh.
for an answer.
Uh-oh.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened
I
last
wasn't.
time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it.
I wasn't here specifically before.
It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more.
Oh no. Oh no. There's more of you now. What's your name?
You can call me Princess, if you'd like. You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
There's more of you now.
Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best. Then
Oh
what's wrong
no.
with you? I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do
But I like it.
which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? You could always start by stabbing her. Which her? Any of them. I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad we took that knife with us. I can't believe someone suggested you toss it out the window. Can you imagine?
Oh, if I tossed it out the window, would it have come back through one of these windows? I
I
wonder.
don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way.
Yeah, let's do it
Please,
again.
for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Getting down here was weird. Like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me?
I don't know what happened to you, but you look like you're in one piece now. But I understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. We're
Here we
probably
go again.
stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in. I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here?
For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here?
I don't know why I'm here, but there has to be a reason,
Let's
right?
get another one going.
You don't just lock a princess away in a place like this without a reason. I wish I knew what it was. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember.
Oh, she's the
Don't give me
depressed
false
princess.
hope. Please just
No,
end this
she's
already.
she kind of
One way
parallels
or another, just do
our
it.
multiple voices, I guess.
Don't be
Uh oh.
coy. We both
Oh
quietly
no.
walked away here. I'm a monster, and the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
That's not good.
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Oh? Wait. Everything's one single options? So I'm getting you out of here. Try and free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave her in the basement or slay the princess. Which everything here is one choice.
Wait,
Fine.
that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot
Oh.
lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
Oh no.
It's a charred forward, not clean to save the princess, just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say?
Hmm.
I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this
Oh,
isn't fun. How are we
she's
supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
all of them seems to be fusing to one
Nothing
single
happened. Everything doesn't go on forever. The world
horrifying
and the
amalgamation.
princess collapse in on themselves before it all.
What? What was that?
falls apart?
Yeah.
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit.
Oh, this is fuck.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our
This is
actions had
horrifying.
consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
Uh, I, I, I'll do my best. Oh, there we go again. But you'll never know if she hears your reply. She's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Oh, there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be okay.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
It's gonna be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. You're not messing with us, right?
I wouldn't. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They are gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. I look. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Hello again. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I'm curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Do you think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are frail and impermanent. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that the war are real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
They have thoughts on this vessel?
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and walk. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
She's gonna have a lot of hearts. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
No, the point of awakening is to find out.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
No thoughts. Head empty. He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I find him. And when I find him, you and I are finally gonna have answers. When I find him, I'm gonna kill him. But you're gonna keep that to yourself.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One.
Huh?
Whatever you bring
One?
me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. a final multitude.
Okay, would I finish this today? If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
This is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back, I'm gonna stay here. I mean, it's explore, so...
You've already tried waiting,
Yeah,
but I understand if you need more time.
I'll wait with you. No? Can I just keep
I will
waiting?
see you when you return. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Oh, what the fuck? The game crashed. Why do I feel like that's intended? Oh no. That's definitely intended, isn't it? Okay,
You have
let's...
returned to me, though you were
I
far
fucking knew it!
miles. I never left your side.
I fucking knew it. Fuck you. That was good. I like the fucking fourth wall breaking shit.
The next time
I
I see
absolutely
you,
love it.
each of us will finally know what we are.
She's like, though you're gonna be your moments. I'm curious, like, if I wait more, if I like an hour, does she say something else?
I will be here, waiting for you.
Okay, here we go again, one more time. Although I don't, I'm not
You're
sure.
on a path in the woods. You're
Yeah,
here
yeah,
to...
yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the end of everything as...
Yep. Uh, what else am I? Some sort of reward. So let's get this over. I'll go to the cabin. Let's.
I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But
Can I try freeing her again?
word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out,
Yeah.
so sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out. You make your way up the short path.
No, serious. What did I miss? I feel like I missed. I feel like I got.
The
I mean,
interior
I
of
guess
the
I can
cabin is almost entirely
take different
bare.
choices
The
in
air
one
is
of the.
stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a
Where is the
fine
mirror?
of dust.
Wait,
The only
no. There's no
furniture
mirror
afloat is a plain wooden table.
this time.
Perched on that, the blade is your implement.
Can I try freeing her again?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors.
You walk down the steps. She's so... Focus on the task.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Nuh-uh.
Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I c-
She's unarmed. If you
Can we just talk?
You're so close. No, this is a good idea. Maybe we...
Oh, threatened, are we? You poor thing. Drop the knife, and of course we can talk.
Oh, fuck. Okay, fine.
The blade tumbles out of your
Thank you. Maybe now we can just...
Against your better judgment, we'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure...
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
You know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
No. I know what I've been told. Whether or not I believe it is an entirely different matter.
So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Note the lack of detail.
The lack of detail. How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a... Well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes. She isn't suggesting what I think she is.
Yeah, so far it's the same.
Oh, have you decided...
You know why you're... You have to. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall. They're large and heavy, far too
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it.
doubtful. Whoever locked the
Door
princess
is gonna
away-
close. I won't be able to get anything.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
Well done.
She speaks with almost confidence. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top
Yep.
of the... Is someone else here? You try the door. You're here to...
Okay.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slay... Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. The knife. Pick it up and cut me out.
You won't like what happened.
Can I turn this around? I know what's happening. I did this
You
before.
didn't so much as utter
Yep.
free. How is she?
Thank you.
Yep.
No, we was the princess.
Yeah. Okay.
Watch me.
Oh, I can't warn her anymore. What the hell? Interesting.
Bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. Okay. There's no going back now. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches, turning around to stare at you incredulously.
Are you serious?
I didn't mean to. It was a mistake.
I don't know what came over you.
I slipped.
But if we're doing this, I guess I'll have to kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? I can beat you to
Holy
death
shit.
with one. But I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and
Oh,
show
no.
you.
Thank you. You swing your arm towards her throat, the blade singing through the air. But she's
Oh
ready.
no.
She grabs your arm, her grip like a stone vice. You drop the blade.
Ow.
Pathetically. She lets go, and faster than you can react, rears back and hits you with a bone-shattering haymaker. There's a ringing in your ears. You're fairly certain you can feel bone grinding against bone where she fractured your jaw. You fall to your knees. You're barely able to bring your trembling arms up to defend yourself. Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you.
You poor thing.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground. Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess. It can't just end like this, right? I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
As is tradition. The tower.
You're on a
Is that
path in
different?
the woods. You're here
Yep.
to
Okay. But it
I can
died.
assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, if he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think. What does it matter what he knows?
The broken.
There's nothing we can do to stop her. She
Maybe
is
it
not
is
going
different.
to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it.
Let's assume telling the truth.
Very different. Let's say for a moment that you died last time. Of course we died. She didn't feel pain. She didn't feel much of anything, did she? And she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die. What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her now? It's pointless. She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the... If it's the latter, what do you think? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So
Okay. Let's talk about this
just be
princess.
quick about it.
She killed me last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again? All she did last time around was beat me to death. How can someone like that end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. We're not. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending that we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
She killed me last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen
Like I
again?
said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Why couldn't they see her? I didn't.
Oh,
Yeah, I've seen
I
all
told you
this.
the less you...
That's all.
Great.
Can you just turn around and leave the second time around?
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Lying? Cheating? Why would she even bother? She didn't need to do anything like that last time. She caught us off guard last time. We'll be fine. Let's just keep our wits about us. At least one of you still has a shred of sense. Just make sure you listen to him and not that whiner.
Wait, how many of us are there now?
If that's what you want.
The
I
broken
guess I don't have a say here.
and the hero, I guess. Let's see how this is gonna be different now.
The interior of the
Holy
cavern is larger
shit!
and more grandiose than its humble exterior would
Okay,
suggest. The
it is
only
very
thing of
different.
note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. Why do we feel
Oh,
so
why is the blade so high up?
small?
What the hell?
We don't feel small. We are small.
Oh, is it gonna be like a giant princess? Didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
The fucking ladder that I have to climb to get the blade.
There's definitely... There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway. And I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse. For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future. Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal. Probably. Do you not know what we look like? He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
There's a mirror. Doesn't matter if there's
It
a...
does matter. Don't you care if we're being lied to?
What
If
voice
Lyte
am I
lied
supposed to
about
be?
something as
Because like
obvious as the
it's
mirror, what else is he hiding from
it's clear
us?
these other voices are like talking to me. Like voice of the hero just responded to my prompt, I guess, not to my choice, my dialogue choice. I suppose I am also a voice.
I'm not lying
Oh,
to
it's
you.
gone.
Use your
It's fucking
eyes.
gone.
There
What the
is
fuck?
no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you wait. But there was a mirror. We should count ourselves lucky.
Well, it's
Some
gone.
things are better left
It's gone now. This whole cabin is different from the last time.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult.
Holy shit! Look at those gates.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. Huh. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't
Oh.
linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Oh, that's a giantess.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Okay, let's keep going.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess
Oh,
stands
there she
before
is.
you,
Yep.
almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window.
Death by
Her
Snoo
long
Snoo.
hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You've brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless.
Huh?
Such charming audacity. Drop it.
Okay, ma'am.
The blade slips from your fingers and clatters uselessly to the floor. We didn't have to do that, and yet you did. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
I don't wanna.
Kneel.
Yes, ma'am.
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson. You are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she?
Maybe I want her to deal with me.
And you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her? Okay, first things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. If you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
What would you have me do? What do you have planned?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
If you're so powerful, can't you just break the chains yourself?
Don't be rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity.
I like her.
The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn. Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
Okay, bitch. I have question. What happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
Okay, okay. Oh no. get ahead
There's
of
an
myself.
empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
I am yours to command.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent? All you need to do now is break my chains.
How would I do that?
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
Oh, not you again. Fuck
There's
you.
still something in the way.
Chris.
A greasy film inside of you
Yeah.
where it doesn't belong. Trying to conceal you from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now.
Is
Okay.
she talking about you? That's impossible.
Oh, she can.
She's not supposed to be able to interact
Yeah,
with you.
she can
You're
sense
a
him.
small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
She got the narrator. Holy shit!
Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Oh, this is good.
Break
She's the
my
narrator now.
chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? All we have is a blade. All you need to do is believe it's been done.
But if I don't believe, what happens then? I have to. It's over. I'm sorry.
You poor, wretched little thing. You already do believe. You've always believed. All you have to do is open the last door to your heart. It's easy. And once you let her in, you'll be safe and free forever. Please don't do this.
break her chain.
Her chains
There she goes.
and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
Yes, ma'am.
Nothing. And then, everything.
And there goes all the hands. Your obedient servant. But you do not take her hand, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory
She's
returns.
gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared, but this is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. Just trust me, bro.
I don't want to.
I don't want to look at it. It's gonna be nice. I'll see you on the other side.
A mercy.
Approach the mirror. Let's see how we look. Like a slave. Silences reach forward. They've gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You're nothing. Nice. Oh, there's something. But it isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Is that like a crow or a raven? Are you
I
me?
think you know what I am.
The narrator. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Oh god. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
Narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Where's the hand lady? Others like you. You said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course, that is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Do you have anything to say for yourself for all of this hubris? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that?
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically.
After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
I wonder if this is like exclusive to the giantess ending, or if it's because we brought all of the parts. Do you have anything to say for yourself for all this
I do.
hubris?
The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks.
I'm aware. And if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
Are you a part of me, or are you something else? Oh, there's more questions than there are pieces of glass, I guess.
No,
So I have to
I'm
choose my
not a
questions
part
carefully.
of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point, I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is? Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
We all contain that within us, don't we? I think it's that bad. What is my true identity?
You're the long quiet, the god
Oh,
I made to rid the world of death.
damn. Run out of questions. I have one more. Prestige, I'm going to destroy her. Oh, okay. I think you're out of time. I'm gonna slay her. I want you to know that before you die for good. I think you're out of time.
So I am. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Smash. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Oh god. Hello again.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
You know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm done quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Did you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
If I let you out, the entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you're always gonna become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it.
Oh no.
Violence and
Oh.
passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
I don't think I like this.
You become nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. You are terrified of a power so far beyond you that it strips the meaning from your every action. But at the feet of that power, the dark parts of you cannot help but burn away. Your inadequacies reduced to cinders by the blazing light of the divine. When I proclaimed my godhood and presented you with a place by my side in my new creation, you gladly took it. Without me, there is no future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into consciousness.
I miss when that was you. To engage with violence.
But violence has defined the flood of everything between us. Do not deny what we are, and do not color our conflict with fear. My masses mob you. There is no beginning to them, nor is there an end. There is only the flood of bodies, and every moment you hold every possible sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. And in the end, you returned it to me. For a brief moment, you were everything. A chaos that needed ordering. But without chaos, there is no reason.
I can understand you then, but I think I understand you now. I seemed in pain. I'm sorry for what I did to you, but it was the only thing I could do.
I saw with a single pair of eyes what I needed dozens to comprehend. And now here we are, each with millions of eyes, and all of them opening to what we are. I kill you, you kill me. Back and forth we go, faster, faster, faster. I kill you, you kill me. Hollow eyes watch from the dark corners of a forgotten place flooded by emotions left unspoken. The tide rises. I kill you and me. An ending is a passion that can only be expressed with a moment in time. It is a seed for a new beginning. To linger on an ending is to rob it of its life. And without me, all that's left to do is linger.
Stop the fight early and surrender. I don't want to linger.
Then don't.
Oh, there she is.
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
Showed me your heart to break me. It was a terrible thing to see. Doesn't matter how I felt, that suffering and oblivion shouldn't fall on others. If we are able to transcend that, then we are responsible for those it holds captive.
I'm aware of what it did to you. The understanding you've returned to me is a gift.
The sensation
Oh, here we go.
of bleeding and sweating and breaking and mending,
This is the first one I got.
dying and living comes back in vivid color. A past that is also present.
I guess
A pain that
they
is
come up in
everything
reverse
and
order
yet
of which one I got.
nothing at all.
So this one should be the last one.
You feel the shame of 100 deaths and the pride of 100 conquests. All of the peaks and valleys weaving themselves into a single tapestry, free of beginning and free of end. Do you remember when we killed each other with such fervent passion that death itself no longer sat on our shoulders?
Yes.
But for us, that was better. For me, there was no better end. I lost myself in an artistry so profound that it lifted both of us into something greater.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Are you starting to see? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all.
It is
That
from
is
my
painfully
vantage point that I
true.
can see the totality of truth.
What do you think happens if I live here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
I don't think I want to do that. Oh, I can slay her. You are cruelty itself, and I cannot let you exist. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you. I won't let you free. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective, it is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
Where's everyone else?
They're still where you left them, stuck in the folds of this place. Part of me is with them, just like part of me is with you right now. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready? Then let's go.
Oh. Cabin. The woods.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
I see them. Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
If the offer still stands, but could you describe the cabin to me for all time's sake?
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows.
What's outside those
Come to
windows?
think of it, I don't think he ever really mentioned the windows, did he? There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Yeah, son of a bitch. I don't actually know how to feel about him being gone. Kinda sad to see him go.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Okay, fine, let's take the blame.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
Hello.
And there you
Oh, she's
are,
not chained anymore.
knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me? You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
That's dark. I don't want to be a god.
Honestly, me neither.
Are you the same as you are out there?
No. I feel like I'm myself again.
I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out of this.
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out? What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So, make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me
want
send us
that?
back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us...
Can she
Shut-
really do that?
Fuck, what was that? Before either of us saw the truth. Are you sure that's what you want? No. Would resetting it do anything to help them, the people out there, if you continue to exist? Don't they continue to die and suffer?
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
We're gonna find ourselves back here eventually.
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
If we're talking about this right now, how do you know we haven't done this before?
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
How do you know that things won't end worse? What if when I make my way back here I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything?
Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty, and I still like you. And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too.
I don't want to forget you.
That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you.
We'd have to decide to do this every single time, forever. Eventually something is gonna be different. What if we change our minds?
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds.
Yeah,
What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
these are all hypotheticals. Is there any other way?
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
This isn't fair. I wanna be here with you. I don't wanna be alone again.
Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
This is pretty fucked. They kill all back. I don't want this and I don't wanna kill you. Is it too late to go back to being a god?
Yeah, I think it's too
And
late for that. But maybe next time.
fuck. So this just repeats it. I don't want to be stuck in a time loop. I'm gonna save here. I'm gonna save like this slot, and I'll play around with the I guess afterwards. But for now, I guess I like for my first ending I wanna get this because I don't wanna end up in a time loop. I guess.
You and me both. Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out. Despite our differences, I've always loved you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small melancholic weight that sits at the borders of your heart. Whatever action brought you and the princess into being was rough and jagged and left each of you with a piece of the other. By destroying her once and for all, you also destroyed the part of yourself. But the world hasn't ended. Things continue on.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
No, she's not. A small part of her is with us.
Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter, we don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
The cabin. You leave the basement behind. Then the stairs. And then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here.
The path and the woods outside are an empty canvas, but there is even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor, a world free from death. Set yourself free. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but are twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite place. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. All at once the unyielding tension gives way. Oh, what the fuck? What is happening? and then the shattering you're free, and before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality, a new absolute reality, one forged by your will and by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. But there will be no more bloodshed in this new
It's
world.
finally over, isn't it? But all of us are still here. I knew
Oh,
we'd finally
here
see
they
it
are.
through. All it takes to be a winner is grit and determination. We really did win, didn't we? We're the house now. We get to make the rules. This is nice. No more hunting. No more running. Just us. And whatever's out there. Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought we'd actually wind up siding with him? The whispering, and the coercion, and the bickering. Everything horrible about being alive has stopped. I could get used to this. That wasn't very hard at all. Speak for yourself. Well, boys, how does it feel? We're not just on top of the pecking order, we are the pecking order now. I hope this was all worth it, because I'm personally inconsolable. Lucky for us, you have forever to get over it. Time mends a lot of things. You'll get better. Here, here, to our vanquished foe. It's good to be back. Now we just have to figure out what to do with ourselves. Forever. No problem. We can do that, yeah? Yeah, we
Yeah.
can do that.
Created by Tony Howard, the rest, and Abby Howard. Holy shit, what a fucking game. I. Nicole Goodnight, the voices in your head, Jonathan Sims. Like, I knew Jonathan Sims would be phenomenal, but I've never heard of Nicole Goodnight, and I have to check her out more because it was what a fucking voice work, I guess. It was really really fucking good. I'm gonna, as an expression of gratitude, here's a track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by pressing H. You know, I'll take a screenshot. Okay, our song. Oh, it's like a personalized track order for my specific thing, I guess, for my specific playthrough. That's really good. Explore, join the Discord, join our mailing list, join the subreddit. There's a bunch of yeah, okay. Make your playlist. What does this mean? Oh, it's opening my Spotify. Oh, it's the full soundtrack is on there. Nice. Return to main menu. But yeah, this was really fucking good. Scarlet Hollow. I should probably play that as well. Uh, this was absolutely fucking phenomenal. Holy shit. Yeah, I enjoyed this a lot. I might play more of this off stream just to check out the other endings, but I don't think it's something that's worth to stream again, like for a few minutes until I do the things. But I do have to end it here though. It was a great game, and yeah, but yeah, I'll end it here, and I'll see you guys next time.